Hi everyone, so in this video what I want to talk about is banishing your inner critic. So there are times where people feel that they can't do anything right. There are people that are walking around who are perfectionists, who are overthinkers, people who are constantly criticising themselves, being too harsh on themselves. I've worked with many clients over the years who are constantly beating themselves up. Sometimes I'm having to listen to them say really negative things about themselves. And no matter what I say, if I'm their counsellor, no matter what anyone says to someone who has that belief about themselves, it doesn't change what's really going on for them, because your inner critic is that voice in your head that is constantly telling you you're not good enough, constantly telling you you've messed up, you're a failure, you're stupid. Why did you do that? Why are you acting this way? Haven't you learnt your lesson? So I'll give you an example. As a counsellor, and also I've been a coach for a number of years, there are times where I might have made mistakes. I've took the wrong turn on a motorway. I may have dropped a glass, and smashed it to pieces. That's one of my biggest things. Wine glasses or glasses, they'll drop them on the floor. I've got these marble floors on my kitchen, and I'm constantly having to buy glasses. Years ago, I would have been beating myself up. I would have been saying, you're stupid. Why have you done that again? Now you're going to have to go and buy another glass and all the rest of it, and then gone on and on and on. Now, or, even for the last many years, really, I've recognised that what is the point? You've smashed this glass. It's not the end of the world. You've made a mistake. You're human. So I'll just say, well, now that means another trip to the shops to buy another one. And I'll just reframe and just say things in a different way. So you have to recognise that your inner critic is a part of you. That voice is what you have fed your mind, because your mind is a part of who you are. And that's why when people use the term, she's lost her mind or he's lost his mind, I don't agree with that as a counsellor or as a person. You never lose your mind. It's like saying, my heart has gone, or my heart is no longer part of my body. You would be dead without your heart. Your mind belongs to you, but sometimes you are feeding it certain things, and it may feel as though your mind doesn't belong to you, but it always does. So what you need to do, first of all, is acknowledge your inner critic. Don't run away from it. Acknowledge it. Recognise that you're in control of your inner critic. You're the person that has put it there. Whatever you feed your mind will eat it up. If you constantly feeding your mind negative thoughts, you're constantly beating yourself up, you're constantly saying negative things to yourself, your mind's going to be like, right, thanks, that's what she wants, that's what she likes, so I'm going to give her more. So you're in control of this inner critic that is in your head. You can, the same way that you put it there, which is the next point, the same way that you can banish it from your mind, the way that you do that is to take control. You start to empower yourself, so that when these thoughts come into your head, you use a counter argument. I've made videos about this. A counter argument is where you prepare a statement. I use this with people who are depressed, for example. So when those negative thoughts come into their head, they already have a pre-planned statement to say. So when the statement in their head says, you're worthless, you are ugly, you need to end your life, no one cares about you, you have a planned statement to say back. So, for example, no one cares about you. Yes, they do. No one cares about you. Well, I know that they do, because it's my birthday and I get lots of presents and cards from my family. But if that hasn't happened, yes, I do know people care about me, because if I called my friend right now, she would answer and she would speak to me. So you have that statement ready. That's part of taking control of your inner critic, because your inner critic isn't going to just go away. You've created it. You've made it. It's a habit. It's already in your mind, continuously waiting for you to mess up so that it can tell you that you've messed up. So it's not just going to disappear. You have to banish it. You have to create a situation for it to disappear. And the final thing you have to do is assess, where is all of this coming from? When my inner critic says something, when I'm harsh with myself, when I'm calling myself a failure, is there any truth to this? Is there anything to back it up? Or is there an alternative truth? An alternative truth gives you that time to reflect and say, do you know what? This is just my inner critic telling me that I'm a failure because this has happened. However, have I won at other things? Have I done well? Have I learnt a lesson from failing at this particular thing? Was it my fault? You know, it's assessing it so it gets to the point where you are not constantly beating yourself up. You are just accepting. The other thing you can do, and this is a statement I sometimes tell my clients to say, is a blanket statement. I'm not perfect, I'm human. So that can apply to lots of situations. So instead of beating yourself up, why did I do this? Why am I so stupid? I've failed this exam again. I've turned down the wrong road again. I'm in this relationship another time. I'm this, I'm that. I'm not perfect. I am human. All it's saying to yourself and your mind is that you're not expecting to not make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with failing either. So what we have to do is just get rid of our inner critic and just recognise that you are in control of this inner critic. You've put it there. Treat it like a gremlin, you know, or like a tenant that won't get out of your house. I've made a video on that, which is called Automatic Negative Thoughts. So it's on this channel where it talks about treating those negative thoughts like they're a tenant that won't leave. You wouldn't just accept it. You would take lots of actions, you take lots of steps until it's gone. And you have to do the same with the inner critic. It's not just going to disappear, but you can work on it until you banish the inner critic. So I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to share it if you think someone else will benefit. Feel free to like, leave a comment, and thank you for subscribing. And I'll see you all again soon. Have a great day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.